What we are going to do today is to demonstrate how to check and fix the compensation from your experimental files. So we load 5 files. The files are already compensated. And now we do a cleanup of the file because we check our data on clean data. So we rename this our singlet. We got the singlet, we built our singlet, and after this, we add the singlet to our new tool that we built. It's called config. Add the selected. This is the selected. So we add the selected. So we know immediately we get all the parameter. We can do a data reduction now for this type of file. We don't need the data reduction. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, we will do a data reduction. So in this way, you know our work. You can see that we set up the file at 60,000, and now we build all the permutation. Building all the permutation is very useful because you can go through and verify all your data visually, and in the table you can see how the data is built. So we try to get the best fit for this data, for these files, and we think that 30 different summer files from positive and negative gates will be acceptable. Still is okay at 60, depending on how the data is on the screen, but we are sure that is not okay when we are when we are red. So we can check the mean number of events for the data, and you can see that we have a lot of invalid on the screen, and invalid means that the data doesn't meet the minimum number of events. So we mark invalid and we don't execute any compensation on this data. So FlowLogic on this data does auto compensation. So it's compensating from positive and negative by calculating the delta and meet the best possible delta MFI. And you can see it's very quick. It's not the process is not complex, very easy, and it's very quick to start to adjust the data. Now, this data is 8 colors, which is okay for this type of presentation, but usually we do this fix on data with 15, 20 colors. We did with 40 colors as well. And the result is very good. What FlowLogic does is does the automatic compensation of the data and try to match whatever is the best delta MFI. And we are reaching the point very quickly. And you can see we are already at the point 30, 31, 32 is at the point when everything is green, FlowLogic stop calculation. You can go through, check your data, verify the data, verify the gate, and if you think that there is something not good enough, you can go through and say, okay, I move my gate or I adjust my gate, and immediately you can see in the table the adjustment will return a number. Here we have a spread, so we can use the funnel strategy, and you can see again, we set up our funnel, and the value for positive, the delta value change immediately. You check all your gates, happy with the gate, you can start the fix. What we do now, I will show you that for this type of data you can run with 100,000, and practically with 100,000 we can run all the type of files. Even if the files is 1 million event, when you have very good sample, the compensation would be calculated correctly without any problem. Would be probably calculated correctly without any problem. But we always suggest the users to do the final check and check on the full side, because it's quite important. The process is complex, it's quick, but it's complex. You can see that all the data get adjusted. So FlowLogic is going through and adjust all the data according to your gate setting. You can see the spread is this spread distribution of the data is improving. And we ended up that we have just one yellow now, one or two, couple of yellows to get fixed. Sometimes there is a delay in fixing the yellow, and you can see the update, the final update put back to 32. So we do another run, which 32 is okay. It's not is good. We below the value, and if you double click to the data, FlowLogic will take you to the plot, so you can see if there are problems in this data that you would like to fix. Now you can change the best delta MFI, and you can see everything got yellow. We suggest to ask for the compensation matrix after we did this. Here is our compensation matrix that we did recalculate totally. And now we do the fix for after we reset the best delta MFI. So now the delta MFI is 20. The best delta MFI obviously is subjective. The user can decide whatever they think achievable, and they can spend as much time as possible as they need to reach the target. The best of the best obviously is 0 between positive and negative, but is not achievable. It's very unlikely to be able to achieve 0. You can see all the value are around 10, 15, and now you can see that we clearly we are getting very close to the 20 that we set up. So we are on the way to achieve our target. And we always suggest when the process is finished to check always the data, just to verify what the result of the process. So now the process is completed. We go through and we check all our permutation. FlowLogic allows you to visualize thousands of files. We can clear the data, but we suggest always to save the compensation before to clear. We did save already multiple times, so now we clear all the data. So in practice, everything disappears. Now I will show you what we do. We did compensation for all files. These files are all compatible. So what we do, we copy the compensation from one, and we put the compensation to all the files. And you can see that all the files change with the new compensation. Then what we suggest is to do quick check for the files. So we copy gate, we have the singlet, paste the gate, we click the second singlet, we select the singlet, and then we apply the singlet. So now the singlet is applied, and now we can build one by one each parameter versus all, and check how compensation did work for this file versus another. We always suggest to verify that the compensation applied correctly and is the same. and it's meaningful. We go through the files. We get immediately an indication using the best delta MFI. You can see that we have one NK versus TCRB that is above. User discretionally can decide that is okay or not. But the test, the check is very quick. You can build all or you can go through one by one. It's your decision. We think that is okay, so we clean up everything. And thank you very much for your time. Thanks.